What's going on, guys? The whole SmackTalk team is here for WrestleMania Backlash. I am the Macho Man, Matty Savage. Alongside me today, I've got Insider BA, Timo, and Dan Go. Guys, as I just mentioned, we are here to talk this Sunday's pay-per-view, WrestleMania Backlash. Guys, give me a little bit of hype for this if you got any.
We'll start off with all the hype needed should be around Roman Reigns in that main event. You know it's going to be epic. Just last night, SmackDown brought enough heat where we actually have a direction for Cesaro, even though it is his first and only WWE Championship match so far.
Hey, everybody got to start somewhere.
He's going to start up against Roman Reigns. Ouch.
I think on paper, this is probably one of the better cards. You have some of the best title matches. I just wish you didn't call it WrestleMania Backlash. I mean, why do you got to have WrestleMania in the name? We just had WrestleMania. Come on, this is Backlash. You can get the point across. It's backlash for what happened at WrestleMania. You don't have to include that in the name. But I'm really excited to watch these matchups and see how they play out.
It's to trick the viewers with the whole name. Like last year, they had the greatest match ever, Backlash. That's what that pay-per-view was. So it's just the Thunderdome era of naming pay-per-views.
They're just trying to grasp some audience. I mean, now they're on Peacock, so they gotta, as you mentioned when I was talking to Tim about this, he's like, WrestleMania, you gotta keep the name in that because it's gonna attract some viewers. Kind of makes sense.
Pump those numbers up.
Yes, sir.
All right, guys. So we got about 6 matches so far on this card. They may announce some more. They may not. Who knows? But we've got 6 matches to dive into. Guys, it's that simple. We give you guys our predictions. The worst predictor is going to take a chop at some point in life. I know BA keeps track of who is owed chops and who deserves to get chops. And at this point, I feel like all 4 of us, and even Nate the Enforcer, is probably going to take a chop at some point. So stay tuned because they're coming. So let's ride, guys. Let's get right into this card. First match I want to get into, Damian Priest versus The Miz. This is a lumberjack match. Quick recap here. Listen to my Raw recaps. This has been going on since about the Royal Rumble. They've been going back and forth for, it's been a long fucking time. So it looks like here, Damian Priest defeated John Morrison this past Monday on Raw to be able to decide what type of a match this match was going to be. And of all the matches that he could have picked, we got a lumberjack match.
Man, it's probably one of the worst matches to pick at a pay-per-view of this caliber. I do agree with Timmy. I think this is probably the best card we've gotten in a while for a pay-per-view like Backlash. We got a lot of cool stuff happening here, and you're gonna pick lumberjack so the Miz doesn't run away. You can get a steel cage, you can get a Hell in a Cell. Like, I know there's just other cool matches you could have picked, and you picked a lumberjack match. So you're just gonna pick a bunch of fucking dumbasses.
The nobodies.
Yeah. Like, who cares if they're there or not? They're not gonna do anything anyway. I'll make my pick first. I got Damian Priest winning. He's just too hot right now to have him lose. And who better to take the loss than Miz? We all know that the Miz can take L's and still be probably the most dominant entertainer wrestling has right now. So you can take that L and just wipe it off.
See, I kind of disagree. I mean, this is a classic WWE scenario. John Morrison, Damian Priest already took him out. The Miz is next. He's got nowhere to run. Damian Priest is winning. It's a lumberjack match. I mean, they're not as exciting as a cage match or a Hell in a Cell match, but it still makes some kind of sense. And Damian Priest, young guy on the block, let's throw him in one of these classic matches and get him the W.
Oh, I'm a young guy on the block. You know how old?
Like 23.
Well, young guy on the roster. His time on the roster.
Yeah.
Fair.
I look at it from a perspective of, you don't want to overexpose your bigger matches. You want to save them for, we have a whole Hell in a Cell pay-per-view now. The steel cage has pretty much become an irrelevant piece of WWE, I feel. The match is garbage now whenever you see him. But man, lumberjack match just never sits well with me. It's just a way to try to throw, like I said, the nobodies, the talent that you're not using, surround them around the ring, maybe have a 24/7 championship run while that's happening. I don't know. That's kind of what it wouldn't surprise me to see that.
Literally getting paid to just stand around the ring.
Not a bad gig, right? But I'm gonna follow suit here. Damian Priest definitely got to get the win. And I hope that this is the end of that feud, and I hope we start to see a little more of the section between Miz and Morrison. I mean, we've been watching over the last couple of weeks. I think that's gonna eventually break down over maybe the following Raw, maybe at WrestleMania Backlash itself. Morrison turning on Miz or vice versa, one of the two. So yeah, Damian Priest gonna get the W.
I remember when lumberjack matches actually were like good with good superstars around it, with like The Rock, Triple H, Stone Cold, like they're all surrounded the ring, the Big Show, Kane. Now it's just like we're gonna get Tozawa, Drew Gulak. It's just like it's a waste of time. It's like Matt said, it's just to get them on the screen, getting paid to just stand there, and we'll see what happens. But I also have Damian Priest winning this match. He's the young buck, even though he's not a young buck, but he deserves this win based off the rumor I heard. They want to give him a big opportunity on Monday Night Raw just because of the big superstars like AJ Styles and Randy Orton are in the tag team division. Aleister Black is another name that might get drafted to Raw if a draft was to happen in the next few months.
The guy just went to SmackDown. He hasn't even had a chance to do anything over there. I mean, I know he's got his little videos that he's been putting out the last couple of weeks.
Story time. He's got a story time.
Story time, yeah.
He had a big run with Bad Bunny. That was a huge run.
Who?
Damian Priest with Bad Bunny.
Where's he going to go from here, though? Honestly, I mean, let's talk on that real quick. Is he going into the United States Championship picture? Probably not, because Sheamus is running that with Carrillo and Mansoor and all that garbage. But
I could see him potentially, like, the feud with Miz will build into a feud with Bobby Lashley, because Bobby Lashley just needs another name to pick off, and Damian Priest will benefit from losing, but he's still going to lose. Like Bobby Lashley, the Hurt Business, or his time is now. It's the almighty time, the almighty era. So it's just another name, but him losing to Bobby Lashley will benefit him in the long run.
So you got him going to the WWE Championship picture right after this.
I think it's going to ease his way into it, because the Miz is still going to be a thorn in his side.
Okay.
You guys watch Monday Night Raw. It's the same script every week, so you're going to probably see this for a while, even though it's over. Should be over.
I think Damian Priest will make his way over to the United States Championship match.
I mean, Humberto Carrillo, he seemed fine after that botched spot on Raw. So
yeah,
we'll see what their plan is.
You guys, the big picture here. If they're really pushing Damian Priest over here to the moon, what's our next pay-per-view? We're talking Money in the Bank.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yep.
Maybe your Money in the Bank holder. Who knows? This is why we want.
Man, I'm not gonna lie. The Money in the Bank, I love the pay-per-view. I love the fact that you can literally pick any time you want. But man, Money in the Bank just never sits right. It's like the cheap man way to win a title. Like it's literally a discount. So the people that have won Money in the Bank, man, I know they had some big names, obviously, but to me, it's like, did you really earn? Like you can't cash in and say like you earned that title after Brock Lesnar just got his ass whooped for like 30 minutes and then you just picked them off. So like to me, anybody that holds that suitcase doesn't really stay on the moon there. They kind of like fizzle out because they didn't have a solid run to get there. It wasn't no battle. There wasn't no 1 versus 1. There wasn't no promos getting there. It was, I got the Money in the Bank. I'll cash in whenever I want.
It's all about proving yourself. And perfect example is when Edge won the Money in the Bank back in 06 or 05. He cashed in a New Year's Revolution in January on John Cena after the Elimination Chamber match. And the plan was for him to just win it and drop it before Mania, because but he did drop before Mania. But it opened up Vince's eyes for Edge, and he became the rated R superstar with Lita and everything that happened after that. He became multi-champion, multi-time champion. Wow, that's a tongue twister. But Braun. But yeah, it's all about taking the brass ring and see if you can run with it. Taking a briefcase and seeing if you can run with it.
Poor Otis.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's better for a heel to hold the Money in the Bank contract because then they get to walk around, brag, tease, like the Carmellas, the Miz, those kind of characters.
I agree. All right, let's get into an actual championship match since we're talking Money in the Bank. We're starting to think ahead, but we're gonna get into the SmackDown Tag Team title picture here. We got the Dirty Dogs, Dolph Ziggler and Robert Roode defending against the father and son combo, Rey and Dominic Mysterio. Will we see new tag team champions?
So
go ahead.
All right. So interesting fact: Dolph Ziggler and Bobby Roode have had the title since like the beginning of the year, sometime in January, and I haven't really noticed them or respected them, or it's kind of been like a throwaway run. Nothing very interesting has happened, and it's only a matter of time before they lose them. And what better time than Rey and Dominic Mysterio, father and son? Let's do it together, son. I think they're gonna put it on Rey and Dominic. I'm not really feeling this tag team either. I see why they're doing it, but
yeah,
man, the SmackDown tag team division kind of sucks.
Pathetic, man.
Taking the pin, I'm gonna go with Dolph Ziggler though.
Yeah,
that's the bonus.
Hey, honestly, I got the same exact picks, and it's the same exact mindset. This has been the most boringest tag team run, and I'm gonna throw AJ and Omos in that same picture. Yo, tag team belts deserve a little bit more credit because they're a belt. It means you're the best in that division. Come on, guys. Come on, man. You got Dolph Ziggler and Bobby Roode. Like, I don't even care. Like, you're on my pee break. You're on the screen and I go pee.
It's Robert Roode, by the way. It's Robert Roode. It's Robert
Roode.
Give a damn.
It's the Dirty Dogs.
Dirty Dogs. Dirty Dogs.
Oh, good God, man.
Calling you Bobby till you earn my respect.
Damn. Yeah, so I just gonna bring it right back here. If you are new to the podcast, if you're new to the show, we are throwing bonus picks. These bonus picks actually at the end of our picks, they actually make sense and they're worth something because there is a chop on the line. So we tally up all the scores. We have our spreadsheet ready to go. The loser of the pay-per-view gets chopped by the person who has the most wins. We do keep track. It goes all year long to WrestleMania. We got season 6, I think, right now. We are balling. Season 4, we are balling right now. There is a championship belt on the line, so there is a reason why we have bonus points. So again, to repeat my picks, it's Dom and Rey Mysterio getting the dub, and Dolph Ziggler's getting the pin.
I'm following suit with both of you guys here. I got Dominic and Rey getting the win as well. It totally makes sense. They're the father-son combo. Father's Day is next month. I mean, it's all kind of just working its way in. The Dirty Dogs, I mean, they've just been a placeholder in the SmackDown Tag Division. Nothing against them, but like you guys said, they've got no fuel. There's nothing really behind them to make me care that they're your champions, even though they beat a great team like the Street Profits. But rumor that I read, and I don't know if BA, you've heard this one as well, the rumor is that the Usos are going to end up eventually back together. They are going to get a big run, a big push with the tag team titles. So who better to take the titles from than someone like Rey and Dominic, who they're obviously the baby faces here, a heel Uso team, all makes sense. When will they actually pull the trigger on that? That remains to be seen. Obviously, Jimmy's kind of nobody's bitch, as you guys have been watching. But yeah, I'm going with new tag champs here, and I'm going with Dolph Ziggler taking the pin. Why am I going Dolph Ziggler taking the pin? because he's just a company man. You saw what he did at SummerSlam against Goldberg. He got his ass fucking whooped. So if there's anybody that can take the pin and put someone over, it's Dolph Ziggler, and that's who I'd rather see get pinned than Robert Roode.
Yeah.
The Roman Empire will have all the gold by SummerSlam. And the reason, yes, I did tweet that rumor at _InsiderBA on Twitter that the Usos will eventually become a tag team once again. They will be heels, and they will be taking the tag team titles off of a babyface team. The Dirty Dogs are not a babyface team. Rey and Dominic Mysterio are. So Rey and Dom will win this matchup. We'll have a good run up until who knows when, sometime in the summer. And the Usos and the Roman Empire run strong with Dolph Ziggler being pinned.
All right, beautiful. Let's get into the SmackDown Women's Championship picture here. Bianca Belair defending against Bayley. New champ, or is Bianca's run just getting started?
So I'm just gonna get this over with. I'm gonna go with Bianca Belair. She's gonna defeat the longest running women's champ probably on SmackDown. And I haven't really been paying attention to this feud, but I just feel like I think they're already screwing up Bianca Belair. Like I don't know, I don't know, just because it's just like this. I'm not really looking forward to this match. I'm just gonna leave it at that.
So here's another thing with WrestleMania Backlash having WrestleMania in the name. Bianca Belair just won that title. I feel like if you just won that your title, you had your big moment on WrestleMania. Chances are you're not going to lose it on the next pay-per-view. Bianca Belair should guaranteed, almost 100% guaranteed win this match. It's just a foregone conclusion. It's like that's why the build hasn't been so great, because she already had her big moment and now we expect her to lose? No, never.
You're like 99.99%.
Almost put my life savings on it.
But keep a penny.
Vince McMahon might be listening. Heads up.
I too have Bianca Belair retaining. It would just be a shit show if she lost. It just mean her WrestleMania moment didn't really mean anything. You gotta let these champions that won something at WrestleMania kind of stick it out a little longer, because you build up WrestleMania as the biggest pay-per-view of the year, and to have somebody win it and then just drop the belt the next pay-per-view just shows that that character was weak. And in a business perspective, you're looking at it and you're like, okay, this person didn't have enough to carry the weight. And I think Bianca is that person to carry this division for a long time. Bianca Belair gets the dub.
But before you go, sorry.
Go ahead.
So going back to your life savings, Tim, I do remember at one point, maybe a few years ago, if you go to our YouTube channel, it's definitely on there. SmackTalk, the People's Podcast, just go ahead and search it. You had said a comment regarding Enzo Amore, and he was facing, I forgot who it was for the Cruiserweight title. And you had said, Enzo Amore won't win this title. This is a joke, blah, blah. And then I called you out saying, I just remember want to put a chop on the line. You're like, hell yeah, Enzo Amore ain't winning. And then pay-per-view comes, Enzo Amore actually won, which was the biggest shock. And he had his run with the Cruiserweight title. So don't ever be that safe with your life savings. So definitely keep that penny. So I'm definitely not going to go against you here. I really feel like definitely wins.
I mean, hey, what's the chances that it happens twice?
This is why we watch.
This is why we watch. I'm going to agree with you guys, though. I'm going with Bianca Belair retaining the championship. I'm just going to make a quick note, though. I agree with what you guys said. You know, you can't just take the title off someone after a month. But at the same token, man, why not? You got to keep people on their toes. You don't know, you know, if Bianca really is failing, let's just say, as the women's champion, if you're not liking the direction she's going, like BA, it seems that you're not really on board. And you might have not been watching, and that's fine.
Right, I've been watching, so it's like, I don't really know what's going on yet.
But if you're just gonna give us a pay-per-view right after WrestleMania and expect every single champion to retain, that I guess means something, which shouldn't every champion mean something? I mean, I don't have a problem when they switch shit up and curveball you and take the title off someone, which we have more matches to get into. So
well, it looks like you started something. So hold on.
Go ahead.
I love it. truly, what kills me is if you're gonna lose the belt, the pay-per-view after WrestleMania, you got to give me a build that is memorable. And right now,
Exactly.
it's
Are
been
you gonna
very
say
stale.
Jinder Mahal right now?
What's that?
You're gonna say Jinder Mahal? That's how that shit all started.
Uh,
Real.
Kept you on your toes. You had no fucking idea that some bitch was gonna win, and then there you
I
go.
mean, I could see it happening with someone who retained the title at WrestleMania. They
Sure.
did it. It's not a newly crowned champion,
Sure.
or maybe an old timer. Old timer got his win at WrestleMania, needs a break. But this is Bianca Belair, fresh talent. You're building her up. You need to not remove her base, like her founding. I don't know. I'm not in construction. What do they call it? The pillars. I don't know. Your main pillar, you're building it right now. Do not destroy
Foundation.
that pillar.
The
The foundation.
foundation.
Your foundation is being built. Don't half-ass it because that house is going to crumble later.
Right now,
Hey, y'all,
Bianca's foundation is at the first floor, and we're just working our way up.
Right.
Don't give me an
y'all
earthquake
remember
right
when,
now.
One step at a time.
y'all remember when Goldberg defeated the Fiend?
Let's not bring
Anything
up
is
bad
possible.
Let's not talk about some sad moments in WWE. Let's talk
Just
about
saying,
we're talking about
anything is
bright
possible.
faces. Tim, you just mentioned Bianca Belair, fresh face, got to keep the championship. What about Rhea Ripley, guys? She's another fresh face that's on Raw. She got defeated at WrestleMania by Charlotte Flair last year. This year, won the title from Asuka, and now she defends against Asuka and Charlotte Flair in a triple threat match. Backstory here, obviously, it's Asuka getting her opportunity again. Charlotte found her way in via Sonya Deville. Here we are.
So I'm going to use the same logic. Rhea Ripley, she just won. She cannot lose this title again. I have Rhea Ripley retaining. However, it's a triple threat, and you've inserted a Flair. Like we've seen in the past, Flair can come and just totally flip things upside down. I
Yep.
would not be surprised if Flair wins because, triple threat, maybe she pins Asuka. I think Asuka's taking the pin no matter what.
How the times have changed, Tim.
Wow.
Well, I still think she's the second best woman in the division behind Charlotte Flair, but Charlotte is a Flair, so she can just pull that Flair card, get that title. And I really hope they don't do that to Rhea Ripley again because, like I said, you're building Rhea Ripley's WWE foundation here.
There you go.
The only way I could see it making sense is this is going to be a running theme. Rhea Ripley and Charlotte Flair are just going to become blood enemies for the next couple years. Maybe. We'll see.
With
Hey,
that
Tim.
logic,
Oh.
I just gonna piggyback real quick. Rhea Ripley is going to retain. I think what the WWE has done with triple threat match has made it so obvious that there's going to be a reason why Flair can't win. It's because she's in a triple threat. I feel like that is like the the that's just like what it's exactly what a triple threat is, I guess. You right now it hasn't been like a 33 and 1/3% chance of winning. Now it's just like, hey, we just need an excuse for somebody to take this pin so Flair can lose. So yes, I do have Rhea Ripley retaining. She is going to pin Charlotte Flair. And I say that so they can start that blood feud going. I love these two wrestling, and I want them to wrestle forever. This is a great way to start it. Unfortunately, I do agree with Tim. These three ladies right here are probably the best women wrestler. This is probably the best three triple threat match in women's in the women's recent history since Becky Lynch has gone out. Like, this has been a well put together segment and match. Unfortunately, you have to add Flair because you have to have the Flair. She takes the pin, and then we set something up going in. Hopefully, we can move this sucker to go to SummerSlam. I need these two. I need them.
Hey, Tim.
Yeah.
Question. So, why is Asuka number 2? I just want to know your opinion.
Because with Becky Lynch out, she's been carrying that division. With Charlotte Flair out, she's been carrying that division match after match. She always has good matches. I mean, some of the builds have been poor. They've thrown her in some weird situations, and they've had her wrestle Rhea Ripley like a million times, and that's not her fault. So we get bored of it. But I just think when Charlotte Flair is not there and Becky Lynch is not there, I think Asuka's a better wrestler than Becky Lynch. So that's why I have her second. But just when they're not there and you need somebody to carry the division or be at least on screen, on TV, you have Asuka.
A placeholder.
Yeah, she's the second, not a placeholder, the second best.
The company trusts her to be
So,
that person to step up.
What makes a superstar, Tim?
What do you mean? She's like the #1 selling women's wrestler. That makes a superstar.
Asuka?
Yeah.
I don't know about that. We'll look at the sheets. So obviously you have charisma, you have the wrestling skills, you have the look, you have it.
Multiple
Multiple
championship runs.
The biggest thing I feel like what makes a superstar is if you're still relevant without a title. Alexa Bliss is always on TV. She's always relevant without a championship around her waist. And that is why she's better than Asuka. Once
She's
again,
only recently
have a
been
good night.
relevant.
Asuka gets pinned.
No
She's
way.
only
Rhea Ripley
recently
wins
been
this
relevant.
matchup.
She was irrelevant before the whole Bray Wyatt thing.
Debatable.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was pretty
Debatable.
irrelevant.
Debatable.
She was in a
She was
tag
with
team
Nikki
match
Cross
with
for the longest time and nobody
Nikki
cared.
Cross, bro.
And what
Come
was
on.
Asuka doing?
Asuka's been a
She was a
champion.
Kyrie
Champion.
Sane doing
She had
what?
multiple
She was a
championship
tag team
runs.
champion. Like,
Tag team champion, WWE
Oh, yeah.
champion.
In a tag team division that has nobody that is in it.
Right.
Though.
to me, Alexa Bliss, I love her, but she can't tie those boots that Asuka is, man. She can't.
When's the last time she's wrestled?
Royal Rumble.
She's a manager, dog.
Royal Rumble when she got thrown out.
Mm.
But she's got her eyes set on someone. We don't know who. This is
Which
why
I think she plays a role in this matchup. So
I'm waiting. You think? Oh, epic.
Oh, Lord. Are you going to give me a pick then, BA? Go ahead.
I already said I say Rhea wins, Asuka gets pinned. I don't know what's gonna happen.
Okay. I'm going to paint a picture for you.
Go ahead.
I got Rhea Ripley retaining. I got Asuka taking the pin. This all kind of ties together to what you guys were talking about. Asuka is going into the background here. Becky Lynch is eventually coming back. When? BA, you got any rumors on that?
Becky Lynch?
SummerSlam?
I got nothing on Becky Lynch.
Nothing yet? Well,
Nothing yet.
I'm gonna say
Just a
she
troll.
comes back and is gonna immediately insert herself right back in the title picture. Obviously, you got to keep the title on Rhea Ripley because you're pushing her as a heel. Why? I don't really know, but the piped-in boos are there. Charlotte Flair is either gonna win the title here or she's not gonna take the pin. What's the one thing that has eluded Charlotte throughout her career? I'll tell you. I'll save you the trouble. She's never won the Money in the Bank briefcase. That is going to happen next month. Lock that pick in for me. She's going to beat that match, and she's going to win that match. No doubt.
You just asked
Yep.
the question about Becky Lynch. You sure Becky Lynch doesn't come back? Boom, give me the briefcase, give me the money, give me the mic, let me run this shit.
What? I'm sorry.
I said, you were just asking BA about Becky Lynch. You don't think she comes back from Money in the Bank, wins that, give me the mic, give me the Money in the Bank. I'm running this shit and
That's
I'm
cool.
cashing in.
If it's going to be her, it's either her or Charlotte then, if you want to get
It's gotta, I agree.
No doubt. So yeah, that's where I see it going. I think Asuka's going to go into the background of things, and I'll leave it at that because this is why we watch.
Hey, real quick, something that just been really grinding my gears here. How come people will always say Flair gets in this predicament because she's a Flair, she's got it made because her dad's Ric Flair. Then we go over to the AEW side, we got Cody Rhodes, and it's the same situation, but it's him chasing a legacy, and when it's Charlotte Flair, she's only there because of her dad.
I mean, I think we all have
That
already
kills me,
agreed
man.
that she's the best wrestler in WWE, probably
Hardest
the
worker in
world.
the room, man. Give
But
her
it's
some
also fun
chance.
to, point out that she's a Flair and she can get whatever she wants, but she's earned it. I mean,
It just gets
she
the
really
people
has
talking.
earned it. She really
Gets the
has
people
earned
Not me talking.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Roman Reigns then. Roman Reigns obviously defending the Universal Championship against Cesaro. He's finally getting his opportunity, and unfortunately, it's at the expense of the tribal chief, the head of the table.
Ouch.
Acknowledge that son bitch because there's no chance in hell that he is losing this match. Sorry, Cesaro. I'm glad that you've made it this far, and you're finally getting the opportunity, but bow down to the king.
Yeah. Hey, this one was an easy one. I did wake up this morning and I thought, yeah, I do wake up in the morning and I think wrestling. That's my life. I woke up and I said, I wonder if Jimmy Uso is back to have Roman lose. Like, can that be a thing? And then I woke up again. Like, no, he's Roman Reigns. He's taking the dub. It's going to be an epic win. Will the Uso brothers connect and be friends and help Roman keep his status? Probably. I'm cool with that. So my pick, Roman Reigns. You can't take the cart off the track right now. It's too hot, man.
Yep.
Too hot.
Why not? Why not?
Because Roman Reigns is your company.
They took the car off the track when Bray Wyatt, the Fiend, lost to Goldberg.
Bray Wyatt is not Roman Reigns.
Bray Wyatt wasn't Roman
We just
Reigns.
said the shock factors here. What if Roman Reigns was to lose this Sunday?
Goldberg
Finally.
is not Cesaro either.
Yeah.
It's both balls.
You're right. Hey, you got something going there for him.
I guess.
Saudi Arabia.
I think Roman Reigns, lock it in. Cesaro, they've really built up Cesaro and they've gotten the universe behind him. I think it's just unfortunate he's going up against the behemoth that is Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns is your company. He's your money guy. Heel or face, you don't take that belt off of him.
Real
I
quick.
would love to see. Sorry,
I just want to tell all of our viewers, Insider BA is making this podcast the most saddest podcast. Keeps bringing up Bray Wyatt losing the goddamn Goldberg. Golly, man, trying to get over that shit.
It's the second time he's brought it up.
Oh my god,
where is he, man? Why do you have to disappear again?
Because they suck with him. They just don't know what to do.
No, actually,
I also
the
have
rumor
Roman
was
Reigns winning.
mental health. So, in case anybody didn't know, Bray Wyatt needed the mental health because his late friend John Huber passed away. So he requested time off. So that's why we got a shitty WrestleMania match. Bray Wyatt just wasn't in it. So he is out for the foreseeable future. He was out before when John Huber died. He told Vince he would make it to WrestleMania. Vince was not impressed with the WrestleMania match.
He wasn't impressed with the look. I mean, Bray put a little weight on as well.
Yeah. So to me, it's like when Eddie Guerrero died and Chris Benoit, how he took it. Mental health is real big, especially in that world. So, prayers off to him, man. I hope he recovers well.
So yeah, I got Roman Reigns winning this Sunday. Just gonna leave it at that.
With that, we get to our final match here of the card. It's the WWE Championship title match. Bobby Lashley, the almighty era has been going on since WrestleMania. He defends against Drew McIntyre, who gets another opportunity, and the monster among men, Braun Strowman. Is he just there? This is obviously a triple threat match because someone can't take the pin. Who is the person that's not able to take the pin?
Braun Strowman's not taking the pin. Drew McIntyre is.
Wow.
Time for Drew McIntyre to go ahead and go feud with Jinder Mahal into the summer. Drew McIntyre takes his pin, Braun and Bobby or someone else comes to the picture. Maybe Drew will eventually get another title shot, but that's my pick. I got Bobby Lashley winning this match. Drew gets pinned.
Wow.
Yep. 100%. I am backing Insider BA. I have the same way. Bobby Lashley retains. Drew McIntyre takes the pin, only to have Braun start a feud with. I didn't lose the match. Drew did. Jinder Mahal comes back. I did read the rumor it was going to be a Jinder versus Drew eventually. So it's just now we're just taking one out to create a pair, and then you have another match in the background.
So you guys are now you guys are mentioning Drew McIntyre and Mahal going to feud in the summer. No title.
No title.
No title. Bobby Lashley and the Hurt
Why not?
Business.
You're the pusher of Jinder Mahal, the modern day Maharaja.
Well, the modern day Maharaja needs this win over Drew to get his way against Bobby Lashley because the Hurt Business trumps all that's on Monday Night Raw right now.
So what if Jinder Mahal wins the Money in the Bank?
then I'm buying a Money in the
No,
Bank
we jumped
T-shirt,
ahead to next
baby.
month's pay-per-view already.
I know. Let's
On a
let's
couple
stick
of
with
different
Backlash.
occasions. But Tim,
I also have Bobby Lashley retaining again. Yeah, the WrestleMania moment. Don't blow it. Drew McIntyre, Braun Strowman. I think either one of them could take the pin. I don't think you have to protect either one of them. There's probably going to be like a heavy hitting match. Whoever loses is probably going to get hit with like 17 finishers to keep them down. So they'll probably make it look good. I'm gonna guess. I'm actually just gonna guess. I think Drew McIntyre. Yeah, I'll go with the crowd. Drew McIntyre takes the pin.
Good pick.
well, I'm switching it up. I got Bobby Lashley retaining, but I got Braun Strowman taking the pin.
Taking
just
the
because
pin. Wow.
I can't see Drew flat on his back for 2 straight months if they're trying to keep him as like your big baby face in the title division. But again, these are 3 heavyweights. They have been whooping each other's asses on Raw for the past month. I've enjoyed watching it. I think this has the opportunity to be a really hard-hitting match, as you mentioned, Tim. But no doubt about it, Bobby Lashley's run has to continue at this point. And Braun Strowman, sorry, Bobby, somebody's got to take the loss, and it's going to have to be you. All right, guys.
We got
let's wrap it up.
Stupid
Two
train
quick-
horn.
2 quick bonus questions here. Obviously, we like to discuss what is going to be the first match and what will be the main event. So let's start off with first match of the main card.
Ooh.
I got the Raw Women's Championship, triple threat right off the start.
Beautiful.
Wow,
Gets the people going.
That's a great start, honestly. But I have I got the Bianca Belair and Bailey Women's SmackDown Championship match.
I have the lumberjack match starting it off. Get everybody out there. Get them on TV and go ahead. Take a shower. Go home.
And I actually have the SmackDown tag title match because I'm like, hey, give me some feel good father-son wins the championships to start off a pay-per-view, something like that. So we got a little bit of difference here. I like that. How about our main event? What do you guys got? Is it Roman or is it Bobby Lashley? Is it the women's championship?
Roman Reigns.
Roman Reigns.
Roman.
Switching it up, going Bobby Lashley.
I'm going Bobby Lashley as well.
The last
Wow.
couple of
Wow.
The split down the middle there.
Ooh,
Guys, it's that simple. WrestleMania
that could be the
Backlash is
chop.
here. Chop on the line. Get ready. The SmackTalk team has brought you our picks for WrestleMania Backlash. And on that, I am the Macho Man, Matty Savage, alongside Insider BA, Timo, and Dan Go. And we are clocking out.
Thank you guys so much.